Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasayang papawid 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Okay, happy Tuesday ho sa inyong lahat. Welcome ho sa ating program. Magandang gabi ho. Hapon, gabi. Hindi ko masabi kung hapon o gabi. Dahil napakataas pa ho ng araw dito sa London, dito sa United Kingdom. Hindi ko ho alam, parang today yata yung pinakamahaba, the longest day in 2022. Anong date ba ngayon? 21st of June. So magandang hapon ho, magandang gabi ho sa ating mga kababayan sa apat na sulok ng United Kingdom. Siyempre, magandang gabi na, officially na, dahil 7 p.m. na at 8 p.m. sa Central and Eastern Europe. No? Magandang gabi ho sa inyong lahat. Welcome mo dito sa ating programa. At tuloy ho kayo kabayan, nakikinuto kayo sa aming programang Legal Advice Corner on a Happy Tuesday. Ngayon ho, gusto ko lang ho ibalita na of course, napapanood tayo on both Facebook, YouTube, no? Pero sa YouTube ho, mga kaibigan, sa gabing ito, for the first time dito sa Filipino TV Network at sa programang Legal Advice Corner, no, ng ating napakagandang Brains and Beauty na abogada, 4K ho tayo. 4K tayo sa YouTube. Kung gusto ho ninyo pagkaganda-ganda para makita nyo kung ano itsura ni no, ating abogada, no? 4K ho. 4K. Kaya pagmamalaki namin ng aming ng aming direktor yan. At meron akong chismis. Nako, siguro confirmation siguro chismis lang to, ha. Confirmation siguro sa Agosto pa. Mukhang yung direktor ho natin, yung assistant ko si Paula Patricia Roque Perez, no? Cum laude ho. No? Ganun lang ho. Pagka nandito ho sa The SONNY LARAGAN Show, Legal Advice Corner, or Filipino TV Europe, ganun katitindi mga masamahan dito, no? So ayan ho. So chismis lang 'yon. Bangan na ho natin sa Agosto pa. Kung totoo hindi ako ho mapapaya, no? Dahil chismis lang. Tsaka sabi ko naman chismis Pero kung totoo ho, talagang pinagmamalaki ng dito sa Filipino TV Europe na cum laude ho yung ating director. Director si Pau, yung director mo natin. Anyway, hindi ho si Pau ang star of the show. Hindi rin ako. Ang star of the show, yung pinakamamahal nating abogada na, ano ba tawag dito? Managing partner ho ng DV Solicitors, no? Deo Volente Solicitors. And we're so proud dahil Pinay ito, no? And she's heading a law firm dito ho sa United Kingdom. At bibihira ho yung ganyan, no? Ikaw mismo ang head ng law firm mo unless ikaw may-ari, you know? Pero ito ho, she rose from the ranks and siya na ho ngayon. Ilalim niya, mas, siguro mahigit 10, 15 tao. At yan ho ay isang honor ho. At honor ko hong ipakilala ngayon, siyempre, at magkakakumustahan tayo. Na-miss ko to for 1 week Mga kaibigan, the one and only, our Brains and Beauty ng ating expert ho sa legal advice dito ho sa United Kingdom, ang abogada ho, no? Officially ng mga Pinoy dito sa United Kingdom. Walang iba kundi si Attorney DANNA Quinto. Happy Tuesday, Attorney!
Happy Tuesday, Mr. Laragan! Happy Tuesday, everyone! You're very kind, Mr. Laragan. Napakabuti mo at napaka-charming naman ng mga sinasabi mo. First of all, congratulations kay Direk Pao. Nako, sa tingin ko. Sa tingin ko yung
chismis pa lang. Chismis pa lang, Attorney. Aalamin pa natin.
Marites ba tayo sa...
Kailangan lumabas sa eskwelahan, merong official list. Kasi ano yan, di ba? Pwedeng, di ba? Kailangan lalabas yan eh. Kailangan lumabas na cum laude. Ayan, di ba? May official na ano. Oo.
Sana lahat tayo na taga Filipino TV Europe maka-attend remotely para makapag-hear. Kay
baka,
we're very proud of her. Very, very proud.
Baka tumuloy si Maria Ellis, no? Hindi ko alam.
Oh, good.
Oo, si Maria. Tumawag sa akin yung ating editor ng Yes Philippines. Nako, son, I am not feeling hungry anymore. Ganyan.
Talking about fasting, bago tayo kudo sa aking sa ating Mr. Laragan dito, who finished how many hours?
40 hours. 40 hours, yes.
40 hours of fasting. When was that?
From 6 p.m. of Sunday, 6 p.m. evening, no? Sunday, 6 p.m. and until 10 a.m. today.
Wow, amazing.
So 24 hours yung Monday ng ano tawag dito? Monday ng the following day, di ba? 34 hours, 6 p.m. the following day ng Monday, and then pinush ko pa until today. And yes, okay lang kasi what happens is that if you get into doing it, yung leptin ba yun? Yung parang satiety, yung parang nabubusog na enzyme, nagkikick in eh. So you don't feel, I can actually push it for 48 hours. Kaya sabi ko, teka muna. Wag na muna.
Did you ever feel na nanghina ka, nahilo ka, o okay naman lahat?
No. I was doing HIIT. You know what HIIT is? HIIT.
Wow! High intensity something.
Interval. Yeah, high intensity interval training. Yeah, I did. I did it Monday yesterday na wala akong kinain, and then I did it this morning, nag-hit uli ako. So I do a lot of hits. I mean, I do hits 5 times a week yata.
Wow!
Yes.
Ang galing!
Yes.
Very good. At ang dami niyo pong na-inspire. Ako, si Direk Pao, si Maria Ellis ata, kasama na natin dito sa Fasting Club, ano?
Oh, si Direk Pao, nahuhulog ang pantalon nga, di ba? Sabi ko sa'yo. Nahuhulog. si cum laude. Si cum laude, mahal natin yan. Tawag natin si Paula cum laude Perez, no? Pero chismis yan. Chismis pa.
Magandang middle name ni Direk Pao yan. I like that.
Oh, cum laude, no? Cum laude. Ba, hindi rin, that's an achievement din, maski paano, di ba? It's not easy, it's no easy feat, no? Di ba? Maging cum laude ka. Diba?
Nakaka-proud talaga. It's something to be proud of at sobrang inspirational. So, saludo kami sa iyo, Direk Pao. Nasaan na yung mga, di ba yung mga sound effects?
Wala yung mga clapping natin. Wala na yung mga clapping, yung mga yehe natin dyan. Meron pa tayong mga yehe dyan, mga clapping, yehe natin. Wala na. Oo. Ayun! Yay!
Love your own, Direk. Pero mahal namin yan.
We're so proud, yes. We're proud dahil bro mo, bukod sa cum laude, kung chismis, and nahuhulog pa yung pantalon niya, no? So, malaking bagay yan, di ba? So, people I was talking to Philip De Vera yesterday, and he couldn't believe it. Sabi niya, totoo ba yan, pare? Kasi mare ko siya. I don't know, do you know Philip De Vera?
Yeah, we met him sa birthday niya. I met him sa birthday niya.
Oh, right.
Ni Lady Evelyn.
Right.
Lady Evelyn of San Pedro, Laguna siya ngayon.
ang tag kay Philip attorney is hairdresser to the stars.
Wow!
Oh, kasi mga stars pagka nagpupunta ng London siya hinahanap, no? Siya
galing.
Yeah, hairdresser to the stars si Philip. First time mo siya, so you've never met him before except that night.
No, hindi po. Opo.
When I first came to London, when we were starting out in Filipino TV Europe, and Pinoy Radio UK, and I was doing the rounds of the organizations, I was seeing him, lagi kasi ni-invite yan sa sa mga events. So yeah, he's nagulat sila, sabi niya, totoo ba yan? Sabi ko, nag-ano lang. Hopefully, sana, tingnan natin. Si Oliver Fernandez, gusto makita ko ano na itsura ko no? Puro buto. Puro buto. Puro buto. Pagka pa ako sa tuhod ko, puro buto no?
No. But you're strong. You feel strong, right? You feel.
Oh yeah, yes. I can. Oh, very, very strong. Actually, it's the other way around. People would think na when you're fasting or you're hungry, ganun. Or hindi ka naman hungry kasi, but when you're fasting, that you're weak. No. In fact, I'm stronger, no? Stronger talaga.
Stronger. Ako yung mental clarity, yun talaga yung nag-ano sa akin na kasi di ba palakain ako ng sugar. Yes, attorney. Nung unang panahon. So, cut down on that one. And wala na ako yung mga headache. So, I would normally have a mid-morning or mid-afternoon headache. But that's gone. Wala na. So, hindi na ako yung sobrang dependent on sugar to get through the morning rather. So that was really good. Talagang yung focus mas na feel ko na mas kalmado yung body ko. That was really very good for me. I don't know about you, but yun yung hinahabol ko. Sabi nila, sige nga, tingnan natin. And I don't feel hungry as well. I eat dun sa window ko. But wala na yung mga biscuit. Andun sila din kumakain. Gusto mo?
Madali ka kasi magutom pagkatapos na. If you eat anything starchy or carbohydrates, after a bit of stress or activity, gutom ka na naman Kasi easily gets burned It goes to your brain, goes to your kagad, ginagamit nila. So, the secret there actually, if you have to eat carbs, eat either something protein or fats muna. Kunyari, avocado or anything, or eggs. And then, saka mo kainin yung carbs mo para hindi ka agad mag-spike. Ganon. Because, tama. So, which is you're doing the right thing, no? I-avoid lang yung mga processed food. Sugar is poison. Sugar is poison.
Yes, I gathered as well. Talagang nag-change siya. Yun pala ang rason ng headache ko. Kala ko dati, yung trabaho. Kala mo yung coffee. I still drink coffee, but
okay lang yun.
Less. It's less. It's just hindi ko na kailangan So I'm generally very good. Generally very, very good. And I sleep better. Yun ang ko. Yun ang isa sa remarkable na
ay, totoo yan.
Change. Deep sleep, even though it's shorter. I experience very deep sleep na pagising ko, I don't feel tired. I feel, I'm energized. Parang hindi pagod yung katawan ko sa kaka-digest ng mga kinain ko.
Tama, attorney. A lot of things beneficial siya. There are so many benefits, no? Yung ganun. I don't know if it's more of the diet or the fasting that you're doing.
I cleaned up my food, so I'm eating more of vegetables, good fat, Greek yogurt, fish.
Right.
I always love fish. So more on, alam mo na-realize ko, Mr. Laragan, it's very similar to Greek diet. So nung nasa Greece ako, I was eating a lot of salad, walang rice. So hindi naman ako mahilig sa fries, hindi ako mahilig sa chips. So I was stuck with ordering fried zucchini, definitely a fish meal, and then a salad because of the cuisine. And I realized na I felt healthier, and unwittingly I look toner pagbalik ko because I was walking a lot, and I didn't know I was eating so much. And then and looking back, very similar siya. You just exercise and you eat protein, you eat good fats, less na sugar. You know, if you want to, then in moderate or in kumbaga cheat meal mo. But it was pretty good. Talagang naisip ko, ayun, no, parang Greek Greek cuisine to. And both of us are very very fond ng Greece na
Oo
ano
nga.
na, irrespective na natin.
Naalala ko yan. Alam mo, di ganito naalala ko. Because, di ba, I know the date when I started to go on this, this healthy thing, no? 13th of January this year. Oh, yeah, I started. So, a month after, I went to Greece like you. I went to Greece,
Yes,
diba?
that's
To
right,
celebrate our... Pero, from January 13 until bago kami pumunta ng Greece, noticeable ko na I'm losing weight. Nagulat ako,
Yeah.
sabi, bilis ito. Naglulose ako ng weight sa diet na ginagawa ko. Pagkatapos noon, pagdating doon, syempre, ang problema kasi if you wanna eat healthy, ayaw mo na ng mga kung saan-saan lang eh. So, pero ang napansin ko sa Greece, yung mga, they are fond of superfoods. Hindi ko naiintindihan yung letra, dahil, ano ba yan, pinidescribe ko ano. Pero yeah, salads, ang gagaling nila ng superfood. And even the waiter do sa hotel namin, di ba, pag may breakfast kami, pag umaga, tinuturo niya sa akin superfoods. Doon ko lang nakita na yung sesame seeds pala. Meron palang ground na, yung parang grind, parang...
Oh yeah, you said,
Oo.
parang paste, sesame
Oo,
paste.
parang paste, oo. Tinikman ko, masarap naman. Now, I'm eating sesame seeds. May dalawa palang sesame seeds, attorney, isang black at saka white.
Yeah, you said.
May
yeah.
black. So, I bought both of them sa isang Korean restaurant. Para sprinkle it sa mga salads mo, ganun. Trying to eat anything. Nuts, pine nuts din, kinakain ko rin ngayon.
Yeah.
Pero, talking of Greece nga, kaya ako nangingitin ako kwento mo dahil yun ang kinakain namin doon, salad, fish, ganun. Tapos yung mga...
Yes, pareho tayo. Kasi yun yung talagang diet nila. Ay, yung salad nila super, super laki. Tapos mahiya ka naman hindi mo ubusin kasi sabihin di mo order ka, di mo inubos. So I was really eating a lot of salad and fish, seafood, which yung paborito ko na mga na food group. So looking back, it was such a healthy year.
Yeah. Totoo yan.
Diet, no? It's a natural Mediterranean diet. Lots of vegetables, lots of fish.
Maski yung sublaki nila, attorney. Pwede na yun Pwede na yun, perfect for my diet kasi protein, di ba? Protein
Yeah, protein.
Sublaki lang yata pinakaano nila doon, di ba? Sublaki, di ba?
Sublaki o kaya gyros yung may I think yung may parang pita gyros pa ata yun It's good.
I think we should go back to Greece.
Definitely.
Marami pa pwedeng puntahan Greece is just like the Philippines, marami islands, may Mykonos, may Santorini, may kung ano-ano yan, di ba? Dami Hiwa-hiwalay, di ba?
Sobrang saya. So yeah,
sobrang saya,
that was good. That was very
It was fun. I enjoyed it. Nagpunta ka naman yata sa Olympus, di ba? Ano pangalan nun? Yung sa taas?
Parthenon.
Parthenon.
Yeah.
Mount Olympus tuloy nasa isip ko. Parthenon, yan. Yes.
And it's all history, the food, tao. It was such an amazing. I really enjoyed it. One of the cities I truly enjoyed.
Yeah. We did, no?
Yes, sa lahat ng...
So,
Nakabalik travel na naman tayo. So,
hindi ko pa inaubos yung yung AG9, hindi ko pa naubos yung meron akong paste na pistachio.
Yung binibenta ng napakabait na tindera.
Tsaka meron pa akong hindi ko pa naiinom yung yung parang wine ban lang.
The liquor, yeah.
The liquor, hindi ko pa
Yeah, very good. Napakabait ng tindera.
Yes.
It's good.
So,
Ayan.
Pareho tayo. Okay,
Well,
tayo muna. Sige, attorney,
bago tayo summer solstice ngayon. So, ito yung pinaka mahabang daylight ever dito sa UK for the whole year. So, it's still very bright outside. Nakaka-uplift. Nakakaganda ng mood kasi bright pa. So, very, very summery. Kung sino man ang ating unang ano ba, viewer na magko-comment for sure. For sure, very upbeat na naman yan kasi Happy Tuesday. Happy
Happy Tuesday. Oh. Teka muna, bago tayo we go into the pabati, ang topic natin for tonight is ito, anong topic natin? Ayan.
No fault divorce. Medyo chill tayo. No fault tayo.
No fault divorce and separation.
Tayo hostile. Napakaganda ng weather. Medyo less hostile tayo. At judicial separation, which I never covered sa show ngayong, I think the last 2 years, I've never covered judicial separation.
Judicial separation, okay.
Judicial separation, which works for some people, and I will explain why. Dahil, I think a week ago, somebody asked me of their situation, and increasingly, ito yung ino-opt nila for some reason. I will expound on it later.
Sige, okay, good. Okay, in the meantime, ito na yung mga uhuhula ka. Pero pagbalik na. Go.
Na.
Go direct. Oy, pinagmamalaki ko lang muna kung gusto niyo panoorin kami ng 4K. 4K.
Ayun.
4K. Ano yan? Ultra high definition. Ultra high definition. Kaya kailangan di ba wala pa si attorney pagka mga movies ngayon pagka masyadong high definition nakikita na yung mga tagyawat ng mga artista
Na-conscious ako.
Makita yung mga lines ko ngayon sa yung mga wrinkles ng no? So, ayan. Okay, attorney, ito na, hula time tayo. Yes.
Kasi nagkapila si Oliver Fernandez last week.
Oh, yeah.
Babalik ko kay Oliver Fernandez. Oliver Fernandez has valid experience.
Wag mo na direct. Dali pa. Okay lang. So Oliver Fernandez ang hula mo dahil last week hinulaan mo siya. Hindi, umapila.
Umapila last week.
Umapila. Tama naman kasi. And then, kasi we were trying to test it. Gusto namin subukan mag 4K. There was some technical tweaking lang na medyo nabitin. Pero ngayon, we got it correct and perfect.
We got it correct.
Yes.
Walang maiiwan sa mas
maiiwan.
mababang definition.
So kung gusto, YouTube, maski anong gawin mo sa YouTube, it's 720p. Even if you bring it up to 4K ang setting mo, 720p pa rin. Pero, pagdating natin sa YouTube, 4K ho tayo. Ayan. Nagmamayabang ho tayo dahil bukod sa cum laude na may chismis, 4K ho tayo ngayon, no?
4K tayo ngayon, 4K.
Sige, attorney. Sino una? Oliver Fernandez. Okay, direct. Sige, go. Ayan. Pag didinig ko parang kinakabahan ako Hoy! Ayan, tama nga. Oliver Fernandez.
Order has been restored, Oliver. Justice has been served.
Sorry last week Sorry. Kasi gusto namin mag 4K Pero eto na, 4K na kami.
Ayun. Oliver Fernandez says, a happy and sunny Tuesday to everyone. Let us beat the heat by drinking lots of fluids. Tama nga. And learning about legal trends regarding divorce and judicial separation. Thank you, Attorney Donna, Kuya Sonny, and Direct Pao for getting my hay fever-filled day a bit easier. Naku, nakakawawa naman si Oliver.
Kaya lang si Oliver, yun nga sana if you can do a bit of fasting pero baka hindi kayanin lang because of his condition kasi the advantage of it of fasting na ginagawa ni Attorney Dana is that yung mga inflammation sa katawan nyo hopefully ma-neutralize yan anything is an inflammation diabetes.
I vouch for that. Di na ako nag-antihistamine, Mr. Laragan. Wala na. Di na ako nag-antihistamine.
Ako hindi na ako hypertension tablets anymore. I used to take amlodipine and irbesartan. And I don't anymore. And I've been taking my hypertension tablets for over 20 years.
Wow!
Yes. Over 20 years.
Galing!
It all started just this year.
This year.
Oo.
Alam mo, may ano ka, no,
Oo.
disipulo. Dami mo ng disipulo.
Oh, hindi marami nagme-message pero parang yung ano ba, parang passing it forward, paying it forward
Pay it
or
forward.
try to help, no? I mean,
Try to help, yeah.
pero I'd like to help somebody who would approach me. Ayoko nang ako magsasabi kasi if somebody approaches you, that means that meron silang resolve na sa mind nila that we'd like to do something. 'Di ba? Pero kung hindi 'di ba, maski anong tulak mo diyan, kung ayaw, 'di ba? So sila dapat matuto, and then when they approach me and ask me, ano ginawa mo? Then I tell them, ito ang dapat mong gawin. And they find some success, no? Which is si Sol nga, yung aking partner is from 82 to 74. That's
Wow.
big enough, 'di ba?
That is very good. That is very, very good.
no.
Ang galing.
Okay.
Ang
Uy,
galing.
pangalawa, attorney, pangalawa.
Pangalawa, sige, back to usual na ano tayo, si Marian Galicia Paner.
Okay, Marian Galicia Paner, tignan nga natin. Nawala itong mga to eh. Na-oust sila. Kasi nga, hindi last week, parang ano yun eh.
Naiwan pa kami.
Tama. Lumalabas.
Naiwan sa kabilang.
Oh, wow.
Last week.
Hindi, so, all right. Sige, go ahead, attorney.
Tour ni Marian Galicia Paner. Looking very good, Marian Galicia Paner, ha? Very good.
Yes.
Sabi niya, hello po, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Dana. At sa lahat, happy Tuesday po and stay safe always. And God bless us po.
Yes,
Ayun.
God bless us sa ating lahat. You stay safe always, ha? Merong yung event last week nung parang Independence Day ng embassy sa East India Club. Maraming tinamaan ng COVID, no? Si Ambassador, si Conjen, si Analo Antipuesto. Awa ng Diyos.
Dear.
Hindi ako tinamaan, no? Awa ng Diyos.
Oh my
Siguro
God.
dahil sa
Okay.
ginagawa ko, baka na.
Baka ganun, ha? Ito na ang sagot sa COVID, Mr. Laragan. Fasting.
Fasting lang, Fasting lang, Di, totoo yan. Fasting lang. At least mga 16 hours yata, no? You do a 16-hour thing at least, no? Di ba? Tama ba?
Yeah, 17 to 18. 16 to 18, but mostly 17 to 18 na quite easy.
Okay.
for me.
7 to 18. Okay, all right. Okay, good.
17 to 18 hours.
Very good. Ayan. Oh, so tama ka, 2-0, ha?
Yeah, daw.
I mean, 2.
Dalawa na.
Sino ang pangatlo? Sige, let's go. Subukan hula.
Rudy
Sige.
Libro.
Rudy Libro. Direct, tingnan natin. Rudy Libro ba? Lumabas si Rudy. Si Rudy ba lumabas last week o nung basta? Hoy! Maaga ka ngayon, ha? Maaga. Si Edgardo, maaga. Mukhang, ano nangyari? Okay, lumalaban siya ngayon.
Day off ka ata, Edgardo. Nakita ko si
Yes.
Edgardo may pinost kasi ayan yung sinasabi niya, mainit na Tuesday. To Mr. Laragan, Attorney Dana, direct power, and to the viewers. We had visitors coming from Edinburgh and we brought them in Korean buffet. Lots of learning again today. Thanks. Saan yung Korean buffet
Saan
niyo,
yan?
Ed?
New Malden?
Oo.
Korea, saan New Malden? Talongin natin, sasagot yan, New Malden
Ano
ba?
nga? Sagot ka.
Sa New Malden ba? Kasi kumakain kami madalas. Alam mo, nagulat kami dyan sa may New Malden dito sa London. Marami dumadayo ng mga Pinoy na nakakasabay namin. May paborito kami dyan, Korean buffet. No?
Wow. Gusto ko yan. Gusto ko Korean eh. So, I was, yeah.
Bumili ako ng kimchi attorney at saka sauerkraut. Sauerkraut yung sauerkraut.
Sa German.
Sa German,
basta-
oo. Bumili ako. Mura sa Asda. Ha?
Okay
Yung
ba? Okay po.
cabbage, well, yung pag 1 teaspoon, 1 spoon, ganyan lang, pang testing ko lang, kimchi, because they're good for parang probiotic yun pang maganda sa gut, di ba? So, syempre, you eat some nutrients, kung hindi naman maayos ang gut mo, di wala rin. Yung
That's
ganun,
right.
di ba? Anything that's healthy, we give it a try, no? Alam mo, anything that's healthy, hindi maganda lasa kung totoo sa simula But you have to get used to it. One is Greek yogurt. Hindi naman kaagad masasarapan ka. Secondly, dark chocolates. Mapait, di ba? But you get used to it and if it's healthy, then ganun lang
I beg to disagree sa Greek yogurt, Mr. Laragan. The
bakit?
reason we
Okay.
tasted one of the best Greek yogurts na ever nalasahan ko doon sa Aegina. And
okay.
proud
Oo.
talaga sila. Kasi ako, hindi naman ako, neutral ako before ako. I was like, okay, it's okay, I'll eat it kung andyan. Kung wala, hindi ko hahanapin. When I had it, talagang ultimo yung last.
Pero may kasama yan, fruits. May strawberry ka ba? O raspberry? Or
Honey.
blackberry? Honey.
Honey yung traditional.
Kaya pala. Kaya pala.
Was all local. Sabi niya, proud na proud sila. Sabi niya, the yogurt's local, the honey is from a local bee farm, and it was so good. So,
Alam ko
so
na.
good.
Alam ko na kasi may honey.
Kasi
May
may
honey. Kaya madali. So, the first time ko kumain ng Greek yogurt, purely
Greek
Greek
yogurt.
yogurt, sabi ko, wow. Hindi ko maka...
walang lasa.
But have you tried without anything?
Yeah, I've tried with that. I
yeah.
ate kanina Greek yogurt. I didn't mind it na ano siya. Kasi gusto ko yung cleanness niya. Parang,
okay.
some sort of fake na ice cream. Parang ganun.
Okay. Ako naman kasi I have it right with raspberry, blackberry, and ganyan kataas yung baso ko, no? Kalahati nun, puro fruits, raspberry, blueberry, and blackberries. And then mga 5 or 6 scoops ng pangalan ito, ng Greek yogurt, no? Ayan, yun. So, tas ginaganon ko yun ng kutsara para parang inaano mo yung parang dinudurog mo yung mga fruits sa ilalim. Ganun, tas yun na pampalasa ko, yan, oo. Sarap. I love it.
Yung sa Greece, ayun, no need ng honey talaga. Masarap yung honey, but na-blown away ako dun sa Greek yogurt nila. And that's Greek yogurt. Kasi local shop daw, sabi niya, hindi daw pinabenta yun sa supermarket. Yun ang sabi niya sa akin.
I went to a gym. I went to a gym nearby. Pangalan niya Sheen. And the reason why I went there is because there was this promo, may mga leaflets, may nahulog sa aking door, ano ba tatag doon, parang sa mailbox or something, ganyan. Pagtingin ko, I was shocked to find 10 days. Bibihira ang ganyan, iba 3 days, ganyan, no? So 10 days. So hindi na mag-member, tinry ko lang, hindi, wala namang obligasyon magbayad. Alam mo, doon sa TV nila, naka-flash, foods with energy. One of them is Greek yogurt. To provide energy. Yeah. So parang they were trying to show that to probably encourage those who are exercising that if you want some energy when doing your workouts, kumain ka ng Greek yogurt.
Greek yogurt.
Oh, yeah, Greek yogurt for energy. Oo. So masarap yan.
Yeah.
Okay, attorney, tuloy natin.
Ayan.
So, tuloy natin.
That's a Helmet Corner.
Oo, sige, tuloy natin ito. Ano? Sige, direct. Sige.
Sige pa, paninindigan
Sige,
ko si Ruth. Si Analu.
Okay, go. Sige. Oo nga.
Amazing, Attorney Donna, Kuya Sonny, Direct Pawan, to everyone. God bless. God bless you too, Analu.
Yeah. Nagkaroon ng COVID for last week. Sana maayos ka na.
Kilala niyo po ba?
Oy, Kit, na-miss ko nga din yung programa ninyo. Kumusta na po kayong lahat watching? Nako, ito.
Hello
Ito,
po.
the best. This guy is very good. You would love him. I love this guy. When we were there in Northern Ireland sa Belfast, driver namin yan. Dinride kami dun sa parang assembly ng hindi ba yan? He was, sana yan ang dapat naging dyan sa Northern Ireland, naging parang, ano ba tawag dito? Yung, honorary consul, no? I hope, sana,
Yes.
hopefully. Kit, mabuhay ka. I love you. He's a dear friend of ours. Mabait yan. Okay. Congratulations daw.
Congratulations daw dun sa chismis.
Sa chismis. Chismis ba lang, ha? Marites pala.
Kanina kasi yung chismis na sinasabi natin, nagmamarites tayo.
Okay. Hindi, medyo malakas yung chismis sa Kit, kaya lang, not until merong posting do sa eskwelahan na may list ng mga cum laude.
Bawal na tayo ano ba yung tawag sa mga journalist? Embargo? May embargo
May embargo muna, kaya parang lang muna, di umano, ganyan, kasi may ganun din, di umano. Ay, ganyan, para to be on the safe side, mga writers sinusulat, di umano. Pero meron ng balita, may balita na, pero may di umano, ganyan. May nasaksak sa ganyan, Oy, Sanchez Grace, mabuhay.
Ayan.
Portugal.
Bago din ang profile picture. Ang gaganda ng mga gwapo at ang gaganda ng mga viewers natin. Nag-update lahat ng profile picture. Very good. Good afternoon, everyone watching from Lisbon, Portugal. Sanchez Grace or Grace Sanchez. One day I will visit you. Diyan ako mag-uumpisa ng kamino ko one day.
Nandiyan ka sa Compostela, Santiago de Compostela next month, di ba?
Next, I will test my fitness. Yung binigay mo sa akin advice, I will test it next month. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Sige. Yeah. Well, looking forward, no? Let's all be healthy and strong, no? Wag magkasakit, taas niyo yung ating immune system by way of food, by way of exercise, by way of a bit of fasting, no? Okay, happy Tuesday daw. Gabi, si Gabe, Gabriel.
Gabriel Tejero, happy Tuesday po, Sir Sonny and Attorney Dana. Happy Tuesday.
Mabuhay.
Gigi Amparo, good evening, Attorney Dana and Kuya Sonny. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Love the profile picture. Paborito kaya.
Mabuhay ka, Gigi, ha? Oo, mabuhay.
Ayun na! Ayan na si
ayan na pala.
Kanina, kala ko ito naman Third honor, Rudy, at ka pala Happy summary. Bright Tuesday, magandang attorney. Donna and Slim and looking good, Sir Sonny, and multi-talented guy, Sir Edward. And lovely Derek Bola and all happy viewers from Team Lebrojo. Ayan.
May nakita ko photo ni, may nakita ko photo ni Rudy yata na hawak-hawak si ano yata,
si Mia.
Si Mia, parang ganun, Cute, no? Mabuhay,
cute.
Si Rudy, Batang-bata pa si Rudy. Siguro wala pang 50 years old to si Rudy, no?
Bata pa. Ayun ang ating...
Oy, Darmin! From Belgium.
Darmin! Galing bakasyon yan follower ako niyan sa social media.
Saan nagbakasyon si Darmin? Saan nagpunta?
Germany ba? Sa Germany ka ba, Darmin?
Darms, mabuhay, Oo. Sila mag-ina? Magkasama?
Mag-ina.
No, siyempre, hindi naman pwede iwanan yun.
Oy,
si Stan! Nakabalik ka na?
Nakabalik na.
Okay. May lugar na Colindale,
good evening, sir.
Mabuhay ka,
yes. Good evening. Mabuhay, welcome back home.
Saan ba ang Colindale? Nasa London ba yan? London, Greater London area?
London.
Okay. Mabuhay
Malapit
ka.
ba sa Burnt Oak? Kim ba yun yung sabi niyang kapitbahay? Nakita niyo yung kapitbahay niya dito.
Okay. Colindale. Mabuhay ka, Stan, ha? Hope you had a grand time, no? Doon sa Amerika, no?
Ayan. And si wife niya, si Sheena, and yung kids nila. Sheena ni Nate.
Yeah. Mabuhay.
New Malden din.
Tama nga ako.
Well done. Baka the same place where dun sa pinuntahan nyo, no? Yeah.
Same place. Anong pangalan ng Korean mo? Dahil marami doon kasi sunod-sunod yung direct.
Marami.
Attorney pala, director. Attorney, no? Sunod-sunod doon ng Korean, Korean, ano pangalan nito? Mga Korean restaurants. Ang galing.
Marami. Shoutout natin yung visitors ni Edgardo, Jovi, Ann, and DM. Loved it daw. Grilled meat and tempura. Ay, gusto ko yung tempura. Nako, masarap yan.
Wow, yes. Alam mo kinakain ko ron sa restaurant, sa Korean. Ay, yung mga, yung tag dito, yung salmon at saka tuna. Yung mga hilaw. Merong, ano ba tawag nun? Yung sushi ba yun? Tinatanggal ko yung sashimi ba? Tinatanggal ko yung alam mo ba sa Pilipinas, nakakain ka na ba sa saisaki?
Yes.
Ayan.
Long time ago. Yeah, saisaki.
Yung sa saisaki attorney sa Pilipinas, malulugi sa akin Alam mo ba? Malakas ako kumain ng salmon, tuna, ganyan.
Yes.
Yung hilaw, basta toyo lang. Malakas ako kumain. Kaya ko yung hilaw na isda. Tataka sila.
Naku, one day sa Jensen, nakapunta ka na po, yung ginagawa nila, nakikita mo yun sa mga celebration our part of Mindanao, Jensen, Coronadal. Yung isang tuna, Mr. Laragan, bubuksan. May yung waiter or server andon, isang tuna, and it will be served as sashimi sa harap mo. And that's amazing. That's as fresh as it can be. Yun yung ginagawa nila. Tuna, dadalhin nila yung buo dun sa celebration. And they'll serve it in front.
Yung kaibigan namin nun, Tuna Queen, si Sol Malangkil. And minsan gigisingin kami na madaling araw ni Sol nun, si Sol na aking sweetheart. Oh, saan? Gising ka na, Sol. Ganon. Pupunta lang kami ng nung apply. Yung ba, no? Kasi ang ginagawa nila doon, may dumadaong na mga bangka. So, dala-dala na yung mga tuna. Tinutusok nila yan para malaman nila yung parang may pantusok sila kung okay. Pagkatapos ng mga kapamili, attorney, ano na yun? Lalagay na sa styrofour.
That's right,
In less than an hour, nandun na sa airport, pupunta na ng Canada. Yung kabibili lang niya kaya nakakatuwa. Ay, we would like to advertise sa mga, yung Mount Sabrina Resort, yung nasa mountain top, napakagandang resort yan. Tangkilikin ho niya, may-ari ho ng kaibigan namin, si
kaibigan niya.
Sol Manangkil, wife ho ni General Manangkil, no? So, na dating na destino sa Davao, nag-retire, bumalik na sa Jensen, no? General, no? 3-star or 4-star general ang kanyang husband, no? So, pag kami ni, Davao din. So, Davao, ano ba yung island na puro mga, yung mga Pearl Harbor?
Samal. Nagkaintindihan tayo. Samal Island. Sa
Samal Island. Pearl Farm. May-ari niyan yung family nung wife ni Ambassador. Yung mga Florendo.
Florendo.
So, Florendo, sila may-ari niyan. So,
nakakatawa. Maganda po ang Mindanao.
Maganda,
taga Mindanao, lumaki sa Mindanao, and a proud Mindanaoan. It is an absolutely beautiful place. So, proud na proud kami sabihin itong mga stories na to. So, yun. K-Town daw. K-Town is the... Nakapunta ka na ba, Mr.
Oo, kakilala. Well, I don't know kung matatanda pa. Ang may-ari niyan, pangalan to? Si kamukha ni sino ba yung asawa ni Lani Mercado, yung senador?
Si Bong Revilla.
Bong Revilla.
Korea.
Hindi nga, Korean siya. Pero ang mukha niya, kamukha siya ni Bong Revilla. Yan. Sa bukas na pala, good. Hindi nga. Yung K-Town na yan, dinadayo yan. Kasi pagbaba mo lang sa train, attorney, lalakarin mo lang ng konti, andun ka na sa K-Town. And nagulat kami, when we were eating there, kami ni Sol, kakain kami on many occasions, magagulat ka puro Pilipino. And they come from different parts of London, hindi yung mga taga ron lang. Talagang dumadayo. Dumadayo
talaga. Very good. Sige, mapunta
good.
na yan.
K-Town. Sa may, ano pangalan to? New Malden train station, pagbaba mo lang.
Baba agad.
Ano
at andun
pangalan
si
to?
Pagdadilla.
Gwapo yan. Gwapo yung bata niyan, yung may-ari niya. Bata pa yung may-ari niyan eh. K-Town pa. K-Town pala. Okay. Sige, teka muna. Ano na ba tayo? Direct, mag-break na muna tayo. And then when we come back, mga kaibigan, itong first time na di-discuss ni attorney yung judicial separation. Of course, pati yung no-fault divorce, syempre. Okay, we're gonna have a short break. Pagbalik ko natin, tatalakayin ho ni attorney itong no-fault divorce and judicial separation. Lalo itong pangalawa, first time ho dito sa ating programa. No? So wag ho kayong alis. Kami po ni attorney DANNA QUINTO ay magbabalik. Saglit po lamang.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
%100% all natural, tasty, healthy, versatile, 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galettos.
May problema ka ba sa landlord mo? Baka AV ka na ni Kuya. May problema sa mga kapitbahay, sa trabaho. O kaya naman kay Mister o kay Mrs. Away tungkol sa mana, mga may utang, mga aksidente, daing o laban sa ospital or sa NHS, harassment, o baka naman may stalker ka na gusto mong ireklamo. Punta na sa DV Solicitors para matulungan ka pagdating sa mga litigations at iba pang mga legal concerns. DV Solicitors at 2nd floor, Howard House, St. John Street, Bedford, MK42 0DJ. Tumawag sa 01234-350-244 or 01234-225-188 o kaya naman mag-email sa d.quinto@dvsolicitors.com. Visit our website at www.dvsolicitors.com.
Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasahing papawid 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Okay, ito na ho. Balik na ho tayo sa ating programa. Ito po ang Legal Advice Corner. Happy Tuesday, everybody. At syempre, kasama natin yung ating pinakamamahal na abogada, no? Walang iba kundi si, well, Brains and Beauty ho to, no? Walang iba kundi si taga Mindanao pa. Very proud Mindanaoan. Mindanao non, Mindanaoan. Well, alamin natin. Walang iba, syempre, kundi si Attorney DANNA Quinto. Attorney, once again, happy Tuesday, no?
Happy Tuesday once again. Yeah, you're right. Hindi ko din alam Mindanaoan or Ilonggo kasi Ilonggo din kami. Although we're from Mindanao. But kami na taga Mindanao proud na proud kung saan kami nanggaling. And everyone will tell you it's full of amazing places to see. So if you do get the chance, kung may mag-iya sa inyo, kung may mag-host sa inyo, yes lang. Take the plunge. Dahil napakaganda po.
I've been to Butuan, I've been to Cagayan de Oro, Davao, Surigao ba? Nasabi ko na ba? Tapos yung Jensan, no?
General Santos.
Jensan, napunta na ako ng Jensan. Pero yung mga ibang parts pa, yung iba nadadaan along the way because from Davao all the way to Jensan, yung mga bislig yata. I don't know kung ano mga natadaanan. But yes, so wonderful. Mindanao.
Naalala mo yun? Naalala mo may parang bangin-bangin doon na madadaanan ka. That's yung parang medyo mountainous region and quite hindi naman unsafe. Natatandaan ko lang from my childhood dahil it's quite remarkable. Kita mo talaga beautiful natural resources.
Bukidnon, I've been to Bukidnon as well. So maganda rin ang Bukidnon, no? Along the way.
May climbing po doon andun yung sentro ng climbing sa Pilipinas because I was rock climbing. It's one of sought after in terms of rock climbing as well as mountain climbing and zip
mountain climbing. May zipline din sa doon
may mga just general hiking and trekking, napakagagandang mga bundukan doon. So I plan to go. I plan to do a bit of hiking when I get to visit.
Yes. Gusto ko rin gawin 'yan. Gusto ko na rin ako naman na-inspire mo sa ganyan, no? So we might probably do a lot of those things, no? Walking, hiking, climbing, I don't know. I'll give it a try one of these days. Okay, attorney. Ito na yung topic, no? No fault divorce and judicial separation. So take it away.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Laragan. 2 months ago, before ng 6th of April 2022, kung i-rewind nyo po yan, kung nasa YouTube kayo, hanapin nyo yung episode. That episode, I think it was April 5, na episode namin, I think, yun ang episode na in-introduce namin, sinabi namin na may biggest change in 50 years, the biggest change in 50 years in family law in the UK was happening starting 6th of April 2022. Dahil for first time ever, the court has introduced no-fault divorce, which means na wala nang kailangan, hindi na kailangan ng requirement to give a statement, to give a reason. Yung dati, we call it the petitioner statement. We call it, or kailangan mong itik yung boxes. So sasabihin mo, the party's marriage is irretrievably broken down and is supported by one of 5 facts. So yung mga adultery, desertion, unreasonable behavior, lahat yan wala na po. So now, it's just that you have to, kumbaga, swear to the court or confirm to the court that your marriage has broken down irretrievably. You can do it on your own as a sole applicant, or you can do a joint application. So pati ang mga wording, pati ang mga vocabulary, iba na. So we used to have petitioner and respondent. Now we have applicant and respondent, or applicant and co-applicant. Also, pinolish din ang mga ang process and procedures, including a bit of an upgrade sa mga pangalan ng mga stages of the divorces. So the first one is, we call it it's still called a divorce petition, but after you filed it and the other side has acknowledged it, you wait for your conditional order. Yan po ang dati nating tinatawag na decree nisi. Ngayon, ang tawag na po sa kanya ay conditional order. And it would take about 20 weeks. The reason for that is the court feels that, okay, it's easy for you now to get divorced, but we're going to give you time to think about the other elements. Because as we said, tatlo ang pit stop mo in this situation of separation or divorce. You have to think about the children or contact both parents and children. You have to think about the process of divorce or judicial separation, which I will talk about later. And thirdly, you have to think about the finances, or how you will divide your finances. So the court, the court's intention is to start you off on the good footing. So hindi kayo kumbaga combative agad, hindi kayo nag-aasara, nagbabangayan sa petitioner statement pa lang. Wala nang petitioner statement, wala nang bangayan, wala nang turuan kung sino ang ibe-blame for the divorce or the breakdown of marriage. And that would mean more time to hopefully cooperate, collaborate, kung paano nyo ayusin, susolusyonan yung dalawa pang other elements, which is contact with the children and the finances. So it gives you 20 weeks. Matagal-tagal po yan. That's roughly about 5 months. And then once you've reached conditional order, you wait for 6 weeks and 1 day. Well, we put 1 day as an extra to wait for you, to apply for your final order. At dati nating tinatawag yan na decree absolute. So wala na yung decree absolute na yan. It's called a final order. It's simpler, supposedly simpler, just a little bit longer on getting to the conditional side, but the hope is that maayos nyo lahat bago pa mabigyan kayo ng final order. So that is no fault divorce. For you, it's It's recent. It started on 6th of April 2022. You can make an application online, or you can do it via post as well. And it's the court fee is 593. That hasn't changed at all. Ganun pa rin kumpara last year. So that's one thing na hindi nagbago. Hindi rin nagbago, talking about things that didn't change. You still have to wait 1 year. Napag-usapan po natin yan. Hindi agad-agad pwede kang mag-divorce. Kung kinasal po kayo today, you have to wait 1 year from today to be able to be eligible for a divorce. So that's the gist of a no-fault divorce, which I've spoken about on 5th of April and now enforced dahil that's after 6th of April. At marami na po kaming nauumpisahan na mga petition on that basis. We're seeing an increase in divorces and separation. I think throughout the world, I think may nabasa ako na statistics, and it's a natural result of the lockdown. So hopefully the simplification of the process will help everyone in the process also of moving on. Next is judicial separation. I've never talked about it. Hindi siya ganun ka usual in terms of clients' preference. Most of the time, client would like to have finality. Gusto, divorce na agad. Wala nang entanglement forever dun sa kanilang former spouse or ex-partner. But sometimes, medyo tabu pa rin ang divorce. I've seen that in some religion, in some culture. I wouldn't say Filipino, but I know for some Filipinos, hindi pa rin ganun ka easily tanggap ang divorce. It still carries a certain taboo or may unpalatable ang kung sabi ko, I ended up in a divorce. And that's the reason why this principle of judicial separation has been developed by the courts. The same, apektado din sila, no-fault din sila, no-fault judicial separation dahil noon, kailangan din, even if judicially separated ka, kailangan mo ring magbigay ng rason bakit. Now, you don't have to, you just have to confirm that you are asking the court for judicial separation. Ito naman, diretso ka from application, wala ka ng mga kumbaga, gatekeeping na dadaanan na conditional order. You go straight to the judicial separation order. But, hindi po to divorce. Hindi po i-divorce. It's not undoing your marriage. It's just separating. You're just saying to the court na separated kami. Perhaps, dahil hindi nga tanggap sa kultura nyo na mag-divorce kayo, but you still want to separate. So, it's more of a compromise. Ito yung technically hindi divorce, but you're living your lives separately. Also, ito yung ino-opt ng ibang mga tao na talagang gusto na mag-separate. They want to deal with the finances. They want to deal with everything now. Pero hindi pa sila 1 year married. And it does happen. Meron kaming mga naririnig na mga kaso na gusto na talagang ayusin, but the marriage has not yet reached the 1st year anniversary. As I've said, ito yung isang feature ng judicial separation. You can actually make a settlement agreement or a consent order relating to finances under judicial separation order. Pero, again, hindi siya, I will tell you yung exemption, it can't really prevent one party from asking the court later on, kung magdi-divorce na talaga, for asking a financial proceedings or a financial agreement, a financial determination by the court if tutuloy siya sa divorce. So what does it exactly mean? Sometimes they will just say, look, we're separating now. I've got a couple of cases actually na ito yung nangyayari. One of the reasons too that they would do this, especially in long-term marriages na hindi naman friends pa rin sila, they're amicable. They just want to sort their finances, but ayaw nila ayaw nila ma-change yung pension rights nila. So they don't want divorce because pag na-divorce, mawawala yung entitlement ng asawa dun sa pension. And because they're still friends, they don't really want to give that up. So ang ino-opt nila is judicial separation. Technically, they're separated. Technically, they can make an agreement as to how they will divide their properties. But for all intents and purposes, they're still husband and wife. And on the basis, the perspective of pension, pension policies, pwede pa rin mabigyan ng entitlement yung asawa nila. Now, you have to, kung ito yung sitwasyon nyo, kung ito yung reason bakit interesado kayo sa judicial separation, you still have to seek additional advice from a pension specialist. Kung yung policy nyo ba, i-allow to within the context of judicial separation. But mostly, yes, it's a positive kasi ito yung usual talaga na rason bakit pinipili ang judicial separation. As I've said, pag nag-judicially separate kayo, friends kayo na, and you said, no, hindi tayo magdi-divorce ever, we'll keep it that way, we've got our financial agreement, consent order din, yung mukha din po ng financial agreement, the same din dun sa divorce, the same din yung template namin, although different lang yung may additional wording lang referring to judicial separation. You think na hindi na sila forever makaka-apply ng divorce? No, that's not right. They can still apply. The other party can still apply for a divorce if they want 2 years later. Doesn't stop them from applying for divorce. And it also doesn't stop them from applying for the court to determine the financial proceedings. Kahit na meron na kayong napagkasunduan. Although, kung reasonable naman yon, if it refers to you guys intending to have a clean break order in event of a divorce, then the court will likely uphold that. So sounds familiar, no? If you remember last week's topic, yung parang prenuptial agreement. So medyo may similarity sila. So my advice, if you really want final na, kung ayaw nyo na talagang to deal with this particular person sa buhay nyo, if you want a full-on clean break, full disentanglement, you may want to opt for divorce. But if hindi naman yun yung objective and you may still want to preserve yung pension rights ng spouse nyo kahit na wala nang love, di na kayo in love, but you're still best friends, and it does happen. I've had cases like that na gusto nila na provided for pa rin, especially dun sa pension kasi mawawala yun. Then you can think about judicial separation. Before I go, as I've said, I'll give 5 practical tips. We always start with the legal, the academic, and then we move on to the practical tips. Practical tips when you're in such situation, divorce or separation. 5 practical tips for you. The first one, always remember 3 pit stops. 3 kailangan mong daanan dito sa sitwasyon na yon. Number 1, you need to talk about the children. Contact nyo, pareho, and relationship nyo with the children. The paramount consideration and the most important thing is the best interest of the children or the welfare of the children. That's the same sa finances. Sila ang primary consideration ng korte. So that's the second pit stop, finances nyo. Kailangan nyo isipin paano nyo hahatiin ang mga napundar nyo, ang assets and liabilities nyo. And in marriage, wala po yung ito joint lang kaya dyan yan, matrimonial yan, pero yung sole nasa pangalan ko hindi kasama yan. It doesn't work that way. Go get legal advice in terms of finances. It's one of the most technical area of law, so please get early legal advice. Third pit stop, itong pinag-uusapan natin ngayon. No fault divorce, much more simplified than ever. Wala nang statement, wala nang kailangang i-blame. There's hopefully no more hostility in terms of this particular procedure. Also, you can opt for judicial separation kung applicable sa inyo yung mga nasabi ko kanina. Number 2, kahit po gaano kayo kainis dun sa asawa nyo o magiging soon-to-be ex-spouse nyo, you still have to think about mediation. And not just for finances, but also for the children contact arrangement, kung hindi nyo pa napapagkasunduan yan. Why? It is actually required by the court, although pwede ka kumuha ng exemption if your case is urgent or if there's issues about domestic abuse. It's not always appropriate, but if it is, if you seek legal advice and they said, look, you have to consider mediation because appropriate to dito, then please do, because it will save you time, it will save you resources. The lawyers can deal with the documentation later on, and still, by all means, get legal advice. Hindi naman ibig sabihin nag-mediation ka, bawal ka na kumuha ng legal advice. They go hand in hand. Minsan, hindi pa kayo ganun ka friends to have direct conversation. Masyado pang hurt ang mga partido. But equally, ayaw nyo din full-on mag-abogado, full-on war. So mediation is somewhere in between where someone can mediate or sometimes hindi, not necessarily professional mediator. Minsan, in some culture, they would get an elder, parang sa atin siguro, parang ninong nyo sa kasal, or auntie, or a common friend na neutral who can sit you both down and say, look, how do you want to solve this problem? So think about mediation. Number 3, information. So if you are going to seek legal advice to start this proceeding, especially sa finances, ito parati kong sinasabi, get as much information as you can. And if you go to a lawyer, any lawyer, kung ready na yung information nyo, mas mabibigyan kayo ng advice then and there. So if you come to me, andyan yung information nyo about what you have, assets and liabilities nyo as a couple, it's easier for me to give you advice. Otherwise, I'd give you a general advice. I'd still give you advice. Bibigyan ko po kayo ng guidance. Pero it just means na may homework pa rin kayo. Sasabihin mo, kunin mo ito. As a summary, what you really need to know is yung full details ng assets and liabilities nyo, including pension, both of you, including yung house, valuation ng house, everything including loan. When we say assets and liabilities, broad terms, hindi lang bahay, lahat ng assets, lahat ng liabilities, and then income. Lahat ng income, not just here, but income abroad as well. Assets, not just here, but also abroad. Number 4, get support. So whether you're a guy, your husband or your wife, whether sino ka sa proceedings, ikaw man yung who left the marriage or naiwan sa marriage, it's a tough stage of people's lives, and whatever form of support, kung ano man yung kailangan mo, do get support. Make sure may support system ka. Wag lang i-brush under the rug, brush under the carpet. I always tell my client, wag mahiya, lahat, siguro lahat ng ako, in my own opinion, lahat ng parte ng system na to, everyone, parties, even lawyers, siguro lahat would need a little bit of support in terms of how they deal with the process. It can be highly emotional. It can be highly pressured sometimes, but more on it can be very it can be very hurtful for some people, kasi sometimes you build a life for 10 to 15 years and now dinidisentangle nyo na yung life. For any person, it would be very, very difficult. It's naturally difficult. Hindi natin kailangan ikahiya yun. And in order for you to make one of the probably biggest financial decision in your adult life, which is yung deal nyo sa divorce, you really have to be in a good frame of mind. So please, please seek your support system. Kami, we're ready to give you support. You know, part ng advice namin minsan, hindi lang legal, hindi lang practical, but also giving you that strength. Minsan, parang psychiatrist din kami, although hindi kami psychiatrist or psychologist, rather. We do try to give moral support, but hindi kami professional. And minsan hindi rin kami ang gusto nyo sigurong kuhaan ng support. Maybe you want other people as well. Normally, yung side ng family nyo, friends who've gone through the same thing, professional support, if that's what you need, go for it. It can only be beneficial, and that's hearing from people's experiences, because the number 5, it will be better. It will be fine. One of the most respected lawyers, a women divorce lawyer I've met in early on in my career. I asked her, tinanong namin siya, why family law? What is it about family law? Kasi lahat ng tao sinasabi, napaka-depressing naman yan, napaka-emotional, it's very messy, it's quite complicated in terms of legal principles, especially yung financial side ng family law. And I asked her, and yung sagot niya, I will always remember as a lawyer. And she said, I want to be able to help people get from A to B. From A, which is a not great part of their lives, a messy part of their lives, to something a bit better. And most of the time, mahirap man yung proseso, mahirap man yung reposturing, it might be messy, it might be very, very expensive sometimes, let's be honest, it might be very emotional, but what it should be and what it will be is it will be a better part of your life, it will be a clean slate, and you will heal. I always say that to my client, this too will pass, you will heal, might find a new love, might find a new life, whatever it is that you want to, but you will be fine. And nakita ko yan sa aking practice. So if you're going through something very similar at the moment, those are my 5 tips. But most importantly, the end of it is it will be fine. It will all be fine.
Ayan, it will all be fine. Okay.
The greatest legal advice ever.
Oo nga.
It is. You just need to give them that, siguro pep talk. A lot of people who's maybe from experience ng ibang tao, is it's really a not great stage of your life. But the end of it, whatever it is, may ending yan. May ending din yan. May ending din yung stage ng buhay na yan. And most of my clients, natutuwa talaga ako, Mr. Laragan, if they tell me, nakapag-move on na, may bago ng relationship, or new family na, and it's nice. It's really good when you see them move past that point in their lives.
Ano yan parang very stressful din yan, di ba? Yung divorce, no? Buti nga ngayon, di ba sabi mo, no fault divorce. Unlike before, sinusulat nyo pa sa di ba, na kung ano yung, di ba, may reason, may ganyan. Ano ba mga usually nilalagay mga psychological?
Medyo mabibigat. Unreasonable behavior.
Unreasonable behavior, oo.
Events, diba? Most of the time. And lawyers try, alam mo, may sort of a strategy, unwritten rule sa amin na huwag ka masyadong combative kasi hindi naman ito yung pinaka
combative
debate.
Yung abogado o yung sinasabi niyo sa kliyente niyo?
Yung sasabihin namin sa petition. So,
sa petition, okay.
Statement, we tend to be mild, and it's a known kumbaga norm para hindi sobrang mag-away yung kliyente sa start pa lang. So it's not that we can't misrepresent kung ano talaga nangyari. Kung may domestic violence, we have to put it. Pero hindi yung, kumbaga, enough lang yung ilalagay namin dahil meron pa kaming pagdidiskusyon we have to discuss
yes,
and the children which will
financials, children, ang dami pa, di ba?
hotly contested
Finances,
talaga yung
diba?
areas na yun. With regards to divorce, the court is taking the position na, look, if yun ang nangyari, kung domestic violence, then you have to get an injunction, you have to report it to the police, and they will deal with it. In terms of getting your divorce sorted, kailangan lang ng korte ng facts. So, yun ang dati. But ngayon, talagang minimal na confirmation na lang na nag-break down yung marriage mo, not even supported by any facts or any blame, any audit ng relationship nyo. We're seeing good results dun
Mas okay na ngayon yan, no?
We are seeing good results sa strategy na yun. Although it doesn't still stop people from arguing dun sa dalawang elemento, which is the children and the finances. So they still have a hotly contested debate about those two things. Pero at least yung isa, sobrang less likely na.
Pero i-clarify natin because now wala nang naisay, nisi ba? Naisay, wala nang absolute, no? Ano na ngayon, di ba? Ano na tawag ngayon sa naisay, nisi, naisay?
Conditional order na.
And then, isa final.
Final order. So, pinasimple nila. At least madaling maintindihan, di ba?
Oo nga,
Conditional.
Yes.
Tweaks na pa. Final na talaga. So, they're really simplifying the terms as well. Or modernizing. Yun ang ano nila. Modernizing.
Okay. Kung somebody would ask us, attorney, ibig sabihin ba pwede na mag-divorce maski yung mga pwede na i-grant yung final decree, no? The final decree ba? Tama ba yun?
Final order?
Order pala siya. Yung final order. Yung final order, it can be obtained maski hindi pa tapos yung sa finances, sa financials, at saka sa mga bata?
Technically, yes, but we wouldn't recommend it.
You wouldn't recommend it. Okay, all right.
Technically, yes, though. Nangyayari yun. Doesn't stop it.
Ayan. Oh, well, but which is good. This is kind of encouraging, di ba? Na ang ano ngayon, ang ano ba tawag dito? Ang divorce, it's not as parang more stressful. Although there's stress, no? Kasi financial, children. No?
Very stressed.
Hindi ka mukha na, you don't have to prove anything. All you have to do is just let the court know or let the people know that you're divorcing, no? Maghihiwalay kayo, magdi-divorce kayo. Wala nang blame ano, no? Wala nang blaming pa, no? So that's which is good, no? Ayan. Okay, well, teka muna, ano ba to? Sige, direct, sige, go. Ayun, attorney. Sige. Question natin. Sige, pasok nga natin. Sige, direct. Ano yan? Question natin. Okay, ayan.
Good evening, Attorney Donna and Sir Sonny. Tanong ko lang po about sa concern ng friend ko, yung anak po niya palaging umuuwi ng may injuries or pasa, binubuli, at sinasaktan po siya ng classmate niya. May liability po ba ang school? May magagawa po ba ang friend ko? That's a question from Karen B.
Okay.
Karen, may duty of care. And good wording, liability. I like that. Nakikinig si Karen dun sa negligence sa episode ata natin. Karen, may duty of care ang school to keep your child safe. Okay? So, they should have an anti-bullying policy. I think your friend should report yung mga nangyayari, bakit may injuries at pasa yung bata in the first instance, and to put them on notice na kailangan nilang maging more vigilant kung sino man ang nambubuli dyan sa sa anak sa the little one or sa child. And I would ask for their anti-bullying policy or ano yung steps na ginagawa nila to ensure that bullying is being managed, is being addressed, so that the children are kept safe in school. So potentially, yes, kung hahayaan na, nakikita na ng mga teachers doon na nag-uumbagan yung mga bata at hindi nila inaawat, yes, that is potentially a breach of duty and that could potentially amount to a liability. But we need to find out what's happening. So I'd suggest, at first instance, to report those bruises, to report kung ano yung nangyayari. Baka kasi and better na mag-report din. Kasi baka kung hindi i-report ng friend mo, baka sila pang masabihan na yung bruises galing sa bahay rather than galing sa school. So, it's prudent to report, it's prudent to talk to the teachers about it para malaman anong nangyayari and that they can do their, kumbaga, safeguarding measures sa mga bata and put them on notice na kailangan up the ante on keeping an eye on the children. And then follow it up. Wag lang hayaan. Follow it up after a week and say, what's happening? Okay na ba? Tingnan kung wala may injuries pa o may mga pasa pa rin, and keep a vigilant eye. Kung wala talaga, you can raise, I think you can raise, and that's the time, kung hindi talaga nag-respond dun sa ating complaint at sa ating request, that's when you may want to you seek legal advice by then. But may injuries yung bata, syempre, go to the GP kung or hospital kung medyo serious yan. So you've got a paper trail as well. But make sure too na na-explain nyo sa GP na na-report na namin to sa school, we're keeping an eye. Para kayo din as parents. As parents, meron din tayong duty, meron po kayong duty of care to make sure na tayo ay bukas ang ating mata sa mga safeguarding risk against sa anak natin. So please do call the school.
Parang naalala ko yung dati na yung sinasabi ko, nabanggit ko yata, hindi ko alam ko sa'yo, kay Attorney Lira, yung merong case na yung bata kasi nag-swimming yung family. So may parang napansin, may pasa siya na pumasok. Alam mo mga teachers, 'di ba? Sinusumbong ka agad nila 'yan, 'di ba? Sa mga social services at ano pa 'yan, 'di ba? Sana dapat gawin din dito sa ano na 'to, no? Sa case na ito, no?
Make a report kasi baka ikaw ang mapagbintangan yan sa inyo sa bahay galing. So make a report of that one. Call the teachers straight away.
Yep. Okay. Sige, Direk, may sinasabi si Direk, may message. I am from the UK, ma'am, yan, sabi niya, I would like to ask more about divorce financial settlement.
Irish, ano tayo? We do a free 30-minute consultation and get your information ready. Kahit sabi ko kanina, get your assets and liabilities as much as you can. Email me and we can organize a Zoom call. Okay? Mamaya, lalabas
si Dulo. Yes, si Direk. Yung na-chismis na cum laude, no? Ayan.
Ako excited na ako para kay Direk. Para dun sa chismis na magiging.
Malalaman natin yan soon. But before the summer ends, no?
Malip na yung embargo.
Malip na natin yung embargo. At least ngayon, chismis pa, no? Di umano. Yan.
Di umano.
Okay. Pero that's quite exciting kung yan ang totoo, no? That's a source of pride, no? For all of us who know her, no? Ayan, si Direk. Okay. May question yata rito, attorney, from Elijah.
Elijah, good evening, Attorney Dana. Hindi po sana ako payo, ma'am. Yung wife ko nahili ko may ka-chat na Bangladesh na may sexual content. After gumaling po siya ng COVID last November, umalis siya sa poder ko. Philippine passport po siya. Pwede ko po bang kasuhan for visa violation and infidelity? Nalaman ko sa mga pinsan niya na ginamit niya lang ako para makarating po dito sa UK. Galing akong bakasyon. Last May, nakita ko na wala na ring mga damit niya sa bahay. Kinuha niya pala nung bakasyon kami para iwan niya ako pagdating dito sa UK according to her relatives. Pwede ninyo po ba akong tulungan na mapauwi siya, mapawalang visa, kasal namin? Ano po ang pwedeng maipapayo mo? Salamat po, ma'am. Elijah, kumbaga deconstruct yung questions mo into two areas. The first one is immigration, and you have to ask Attorney Lira sa Thursday about that. In terms of kung pwede mo siya mapauwi, or the technical term is curtail her visa on the basis na hindi na niya, I'm assuming she came here under spouse visa at dependent kanya, and that's the reason why ganyan ang question mo. So you have to ask that question. Yung part lang na yon, in terms of curtailment of her visa at mapawalang visa niya, or you make her visa invalid. So ask Attorney Lira about that. And ano ang procedures for that. There are certain procedures for that as well. So that's separate. I'll be answering the family law part of your question. There is no such thing as infidelity ngayon. As what I've said, yung episode natin is about no-fault divorce. The court will not need a reason kung magdi-divorce kayo dito. There is no civil claim or criminal claim for infidelity here. Isa yan sa features or unique na ano ng UK law compared sa Philippine law. So walang unfortunately walang ground dito. You can apply for divorce if you want to, but kung pauuwiin mo siya sa obviously kung pauuwiin mo siya sa Pilipinas, you have to go through the service procedures of divorce abroad. Now, I don't know kung saan kayo kinasal, pero kung kinasal kayo sa Pilipinas, even if you get a UK divorce here, you still have to apply to get that international divorce recognized in the Philippines via an application sa Pilipinas. So, divorce dito, application pa uli sa Pilipinas para completely ma-undo, ma-terminate na talaga yung inyong marriage. So that's the family law side of it. No ground. There's no action for infidelity here. Not even hindi i-mention sa divorce petition. And then two-stage ang pagproseso niyan kung sa Pilipinas kayo kinasal, international judgment here, and then you get that recognized back home in the Philippines. And please raise your question again, the immigration part, para kay lovely Attorney Lira. Napakabait niyan si Attorney Lira. So I'm sure she'll be happy to help.
Ayan, so Thursday, Elijah, no, yung sinasabi ni attorney na first part, itatanong natin sa ano, no. Actually, meron siyang description diyan, and in-edit out na lang namin no. Something about the letter M, parang something merong letter M, I don't know. Yeah. Tinanggal na. Pasensya na, Elijah, in-edit out namin 'yon, no? Kasi medyo
rated ano tayo. Kasi baka may mga batang nanonood.
Mga bata, ayan. Ito, ano tong may message dito si Enrico Roas. Hindi na may message, parang comment yata. Sige, ano 'yan?
Enrico, magandang gabi po. Natikman niyo na rin po ba yung ano ba yan?
Enrico Rojas, no? Taga ano yan? Taga Austria, yung ating kaibigan. He's a nurse, no?
Taga Enrico. Natikman mo ba, Mr. Laragan? Ako hindi pa eh.
Swedish, struming. Maraming hindi nakakakain ito, pero I tried it. Masarap naman.
Baka parang nila yung kimchi. Ayan ba, Enrico, ay parang kimchi ng Sweden? Kasi sinabi niya may sauerkraut and kimchi ba?
Ay, hindi ko alam. Pero alam mo sa Sweden, kasi ako sa ito ang dating ugali ko, no? When I will go around anywhere, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, saan, ang hinahanap ko Chinese restaurant noon dati. Kasi hindi ako nag-try ng anything local, no? Mas kinasa Milan ako o nasa Venice pa ako, ha. Ang hinahanap ko Chinese restaurant din. Pero anyway, so doon sa Sweden, ang napansin ko sa Sweden, ang kinakain ko doon, maraming mga parang Thai sila na mga attorney ng mga restaurant na tapos kasi pag binasa mo yung mga pangalan, parang hindi naman, parang Thai or Indonesian, hindi ko alam Thai,
I think Indonesia, marami pong Indonesian ata doon, what I gathered. Marami ating Indonesian Sweden,
Surströmming. Swedish Surströmming. Okay. Ayan, okay. Sige. Well, thank you, Enrico, ha. Mabuhay ka, dyan sa Austria.
Enrico.
Oo. So, Enrico, si Kuya Kaloy, ano ba yan? Sino ba yan si Kuya Kaloy?
Kaloy.
Kuya Kaloy, may nakakita tayong Kuya Kaloy.
Hindi natin makita si
Rafael.
Kuya Kaloy. Ay, si Lady Emeline. She's up. She's awake.
Oh, wow.
She's saying hello.
Mabuhay ka. Sana gising ka pa, ha?
Good evening, Sonny, Attorney Dana, Direct Wow, and everyone. We've got Lady Emeline gising na
Watching
gising.
from San Pedro, Laguna.
Pedro Laguna.
Ayun.
Magandang umaga po sa iyo,
Magandang
Tita
umaga.
Emeline. Ang gaganda ng pictures niya, Tita Emeline. Bakasyon grande
okay.
dyan na.
Teka na, okay. Sige. Emeline, yes, maganda ang mga may photo siya na nagko-coffee siya tapos puro mga flowers ba sa tabi niya?
Flowers,
Yeah, mabuhay ka, ano?
Si Annalou.
Lady Emeline.
Nagsi-second demotion si Annalou. Agreed to that.
Mindanao din yata.
Yeah.
Mindanao yata si Annalou, no? Asa si Kuya Kaloy? Parang ano ba message si Kuya Kaloy? Ito si Bobby La Chica. Bobby La Chica. Kuya Kaloy muna ngayon. Okay, Kuya Kaloy. Ano ba yung hindi ko nabasa kagad? Ano ba yan?
Kuya Kaloy.
Okay. Ano pala? It's immigration kasi, no?
Mawawala kaya. I think no, pero tanong niyo po kay Attorney Lira. Sa tingin ko, iba po yung citizenship sa
pag citizenship, hindi. Pero sa sa Webes, Kuya Kaloy, actually hindi mawawala. Kung yung citizen ka, hindi mawawala maski ano. Ang permanent residency, you have to be come back within 2 years, no?
2 years,
Ayan,
yeah. Pwede natin bigyan ng siya. Pero tanong mo din kay Attorney Lira para
sa Webes, sige.
Din kay Attorney Lira.
Yes.
But no, hindi naman tatanda.
Every Thursday on, no? Ayan. Watching from Munich, Germany. Uy, mabuhay. Boboy La Chica.
Boboy La Chica. Hello.
Boboy. Mabuhay ka, no? Mabuhay ka, Boboy.
I was in Hamburg 2017 for the Hamburg Marathon 5 years ago. Yan.
Gusto kong makarating sa Hamburg, no? Hindi pa ako nakakarating na Hamburg. Berlin, ano pa ba mga napuntahan natin? Berlin, ano ba yung capital nila for finance?
Frankfurt.
Yeah, Frankfurt. But marami pa iba, nakalimutan ko na. Okay, sige. Si Bong Furusan to.
Maribel Pedragosa Rectine Feruzan. Wow, haba ng pangalan.
Kilala ko to. Si Bong, she used to be the editor of one of the papers, no? Before. And she was writing some, si Bong Furusan, she studied law. Ano kung tapos na. Tapos ka na ba sa law mo, Bong?
Tapos na ba? Ayan.
Ayan.
Di po ba sinofalt divorce, dapat in agreement ang mag-asawa na mag-divorce at i-consider yung panahon ng hiwalayan? Salamat po. No, the only consideration is you have to be at least 1 year married. Wala na yung 2-year separation, wala na yung 5-year separation. That's all. Wala na talagang As long as you're married for at least 1 year, you don't need the consent of the other party. And it would be good kung may advance na notice, and that's always been a procedure for us lawyers. We give an advance notice to the other party. It's very hard to defend a no-fault divorce. Halos wala nang ground for defense. If the other party refuses to acknowledge, there are certain ways and application to the court to still proceed with the petition. So consent is not required. There's no requirement to say how many years of separation anymore, as long as you have been married for at least 1 year.
Okay, at least 1 year. Meron pa siyang follow up dyan Parang dinugtong pa niya Meron pa siya dyan. May dinugtong pa siya, no? May dinugtong pa siya.
No blame, pero considered tagal ng hiwalay. No, not considered na ang years of separation or period of separation. That 2 year separation with consent, that's no longer applicable after April 6, 2022. It's all new law, even unreasonable behavior, 5 year separation, 2 years, wala na po lahat yon. It's just a tick box that the marriage is broken down irretrievably.
Ayan, oo. Bong, si Bong Furusan, very active nung araw yan sa ating community, no? And yeah, prior to me arriving in the UK, very active si Bong, and she was one of the editors, no? The last time I've spoken to her was she was taking up law yata, no? So, Bong, tapos na ba? Ano ba, balita na rin? Natapos mo na ba yung pinag-aaralan? O ito, kung kailangan mo ng mga guidance, andito si attorney, ayan, tapos ka na ba, Bong? Tapos na ba yung law mo? Have you finished? Could you tell us, please? Salamat, maliwanag po. Okay. Oo. Sayang, ako rin sana kinakausap ko si attorney at saka si attorney Lira, no? Si attorney Dana at saka si attorney Lira. Kung tutuloy ko, pero sayang pero okay na lang.
It's never too late, Mr. Laragan.
Hindi, wala na ayoko magbayad, attorney. May bayad. Pero if I did it about 2 years ago, wala pwedeng loan Pwedeng student loan or something. Okay, all right. Ano yan? Sa Leeds Law School, no? Ang open. So, okay. Well, Bong, kumusta? Malaman ko lang kung natapos mo na, no? Okay, so wala na tayong ano pa ba dyan? Okay. Opo, tapos na. And currently training OS. Sige, pasok mo nga lang direct. Alam ni attorney yan Ayan. Pasok mo lang. Ayan. ISC.
Yes, immigration.
Immigration ang pinag-aaralan ako. Currently training. Pero di ba, meron may mga pathway yan If you wanna be a barrister, if you wanna be a solicitor's course.
Yeah, how it's all changed in the last few years. But OISC has always been there, and that's specific for immigration. And also, I think with immigration and family law they come hand in hand together. Because sometimes we do ask especially in international families, would require yung consult ng immigration lawyer namin dito when we're running a case, especially may mga visa involved, visa on the basis na carer siya ng bata, and so on and so forth. So hopefully we will have this particular legal advice corner will help as well, Bong, sa practice mo in terms of family law and children law.
Ayan, okay. Well, okay yun. So, mabuhay. At least natapos ka na pala, no? That's good. That's nice to know, no? And immigration ngayon ang parang, specialty or specialization niya na ginagawa niya. Okay. Well, attorney, yung mga gusto mag-email, gustong kumontak sa'yo, how can they contact you, no? So,
yes, please. You can contact me, email me at danna.quinto@dbsolicitors.com, or call me at 01234225188. Email, as I've said, the email is danna.quinto@dbsolicitors.com. What we normally do is book you for a free 30-minute consultation, Zoom, para kita tayo face-to-face, mas madali magtanong, mag-usap. As would have said earlier, if you want to get the most out of the 30-minute consultation, prepare ka ng as much information as you have. If you want to know more about financial divorce settlement, get as complete as a picture. Hindi naman kailangan sobrang perfect, but as much as you can in terms of your assets and liabilities, whatever is there na available sa'yo, so that I can also give you as much advice as I can. So yes, please contact us at danna.quinto@dbsolicitors.com or call us at 01234225188. At bago tayo mag-ending, always thank you sa aming beloved Derek Escola Cum Laude Roque Perez. We're so proud. Ay, namali ba ako ng middle name? Sorry, ano lang. Na-slide lang, sorry.
Hindi, ano pa yan? Ano pa? Tawag dito, abangan. Parang gano'n, no?
Abangan. But yes, and to Mr. Laragan, ako, sobrang inspirational niyo po. Napakadami naming disipulo niyo sa inyong healthy living. It's really very inspiring. So thank you. Napakagwapo, napaka-healthy.
Oh, nako, thank you. Hindi gwapo, payat lang, namamayat lang. But yes, thank you very much. Yeah, well, it's nice to be fit and healthy. And sa akin, I'm just would like to be just fit and slim. Yun lang siguro, parang hindi masyadong tag dito yung mga yung okay ka pa, no? Because as you age, pagka nagkaka-age ka, 'di ba? Yun ang one of the causes or mga ng mga sakit, di ba? Yung mga kung ano-ano, mga Alzheimer's, siguro sama mo ng diabetes, cancer, and everything is old age, no? Pag nagkakaedad ka. And you have to be healthy. Yun lang ang prayer natin. Siya pala, gusto ko lang i-remind, no? Sa Derby ho, may Barrio Fiesta on the 30th of July. Andyan ho tayo, no? Magkakasama-sama ho tayo dyan sa Barrio Fiesta sa Derby. Yes, oo. So, yes, it's gonna be on the 30th of July.
30th.
Don't forget to, oo.
Question ko, Mr. Laragan.
Yes.
Meron ba tayo sa London? Rati ko tinatanong
meron sa London on the same day yata, ABS-CBN pagkakalam ko. Pero ngayon, nagkakalat na. Everybody's creating their events na, no? So, maraming back to, na tayo. Although, very close yung, hindi na yung sa Hampton Court, yung area doon. Sayang, no? But let's see, no? Kung anong mangyayari. Pero I'm sure, hindi na, parang indoor na yan, for this, on the 30th of July. Mabilisan yun, So, ayan.
See you there. See you at Derby.
Derby, kita sa Derby. Ayan.
And mga Filipino friends natin dyan.
Yes. Oo. Ano ba tong message dito? Salamat, informative. Ano yan? Ayan. Salamat sa informative session. Salamat din, Bong.
Thank you, Bong. Salamat, Bong.
Si Bong Furusan, no? Oo. Thank you very much, mabuhay ka. At sana magkita tayo one of these days, no? Minsan nakikita kami niyan, nagko-cover. So, mabuhay ka, Bong, ha? At, okay. All right. Well, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye, attorney, no? At ako'y natutuwan at pagkaganto, nalulungkot na rin. Anyway, dahil mamimiss na naman kita. Pero magkakabalitaan tayo, di ba? Kung ano na mga latest development sa'yo. And I'm glad that you're...
5 days ka na mag-fasting, Mr. Laraga. Pagbalik ka na, kasi baka mag-fasting ka from today until next Tuesday.
Hindi, sinasabi, tinutokso nga ako ni Maria Ellis. Sabi niya, 40 days daw and 40 nights parang kay Jesus Christ. No? So, hindi natin kakayanin siguro yan. Yung nga lang 36 hour, when we started 36, challenge na until we went into the 40. Siguro the most that I could probably do is, siguro, 48 or 72 siguro, but not beyond 72 or 48 hours. Subukan natin. Yan. It's a challenge. Ipopost ko na lang pag nagawa ko. Pag hindi. Pag nagawa na. 3 weeks in a row, I did 36 hours. This 4th week, I did 40 hours. Who knows, no? At tutuwa din ako sa attorney. You're doing it, I mean, you're doing your intermittent fasting, your time fasting mo. Timed eating, tama ba yun? May timed eating.
Timed eating. Very good.
So,
Na-inspire ako
very
sa'yo.
good. Very good.
Talaga ako sa'yo. Very, very good.
Yeah.
So,
If we've done it, then somehow it could be done. No? Parang you guys can do it, no? Okay, well, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. Maraming salamat, attorney, no, para sa informative session, sabi nga ni Bong, no? sa gabing ito. Maraming salamat. Meron silang natututunan. We get to learn something each week, no? Kaya ito ay makakatulong hindi lang ho sa inyo, baka doon sa mga kaibigan na kakilala ho ninyo. And don't forget, contact si attorney. They've got 30 minutes free consultation yan. And then you know, para malaman yun, ma-explain sa inyo ng isang professional katulad ni attorney, no, kung ano ang situation ninyo. Wag ho kayong hindi pwedeng isa palaran ng mga bagay-bagay. If you need the advice of somebody professional, especially with legal matters, siyempre, ang pupuntahan natin si Attorney DANNA Quinto. So, it's time for us to say goodbye. Sa ngalan ni Attorney DANNA Quinto, ni Direct Pao, ito po si SONNY Laragang nagsasabing thank you very much sa inyong walang sawang pagsubaybay, no? Every Tuesday, sa ating Happy Tuesday, no? Sa Legal Advice Corner. So we'll do it again next week. Till then, take care, God bless, and good night. Bye!
Good night!
Bye-bye! Good night!